Uh, the name you have on the case and who I am, it's two different people.
You want to smile about it and laugh about it? Take him back.
Laugh.
We'll call him out later. Take him back. You keep laughing. You laugh one more time, that's 30 days. Go contempt. Look it up. I'm not threatening you. Say one more word and that's contempt. 30 days. 30 days.
All right, buckle up. This hearing gets heated fast. The man you're about to see isn't just another difficult defendant. He's a full-blown sovereign citizen who's convinced the name on his court case doesn't apply to him. Yeah, we've heard that one before. The judge, though? He's not in the mood for games. The moment this guy opens his mouth, it's chaos. He's rambling about being a living man and how his name in capital letters isn't really him. Meanwhile, the judge...
Confusion.
What's the confusion?
I've stated multiple times on the record that I wish to represent myself.
Well, I thought we got rid of that issue the last.
Yeah, I thought so too. I spoke to this gentleman right here and expressed my wish to represent myself as well.
All right. Well, if he doesn't want you, I mean, we'll figure that out in a moment. So, Mr. Styron, we're going to go through this again. What do we want to do in this case? You understand what you charged with, sir?
I understand what the charges are against me, yeah.
Okay, look, you're going to have to give me straightforward answers to my questions because I've got to make sure that you understand certain things. I got to do certain things here.
From my understanding,
You understand, first of all, that if you do indeed direct, you want to smile about it and laugh about it, take him back. We'll call him out later. Take him back. You keep laughing. You laugh one more time, that's 30 days. Go contempt. Look it up.
The judge is trying to keep this thing on track, but every time he gives the man a chance to speak, the defendant just keeps smirking and laughing. Big mistake. The judge finally snaps, "You laugh one more time. That's 30 days. Go, contempt, look it up." And just like that, boom, 30 days behind bars. No shouting, no debate, just pure courtroom authority. Now, I've got to say, Judge Simpson doesn't play. He's one of those old-school judges who doesn't raise his voice, but every word hits like a gavel to the chest. And honestly, watching these sovereign citizens try to outsmart the system never gets old. They walk in like they've cracked the legal code, and 5 minutes later, they're in handcuffs wondering what just...
My name is Thomas Styron, living man.
Mr. Styron, you are before the court. You have elected to represent yourself. I do have to advise you that you have 3 counts against you. The first count is that of fleeing and eluding 3rd degree under the motor vehicle code. Do you understand the nature of that charge, sir?
This is under the assumption that you're compelling me to identify as Thomas York Styron, the legal entity on this case.
I believe that you are. Do you understand the nature of the charge, sir?
I don't understand how the name you have on the case and who I am, it's two different people.
I have a complaint, Thomas Styron II. Do you understand that that individual is charged with fleeing and eluding 3rd degree?
So,
do you understand the nature of that charge? You just need to answer my question.
For the record,
take him back, and when he decides he wants to cooperate, we'll bring him back, maybe. I'm not threatening you. Say one more word, and that's 30 days. 30 days.
It happened. Still, I can't help but ask, what's the goal here? Is this guy trying to go to jail? Because if he is, congratulations. Mission accomplished. But hold on, it's not over yet. After that first round, the judge brings him back for another hearing. And let's just say, this man did not learn his lesson. When the defendant comes back, Judge Simpson lays it all out. 3 charges: fleeing and eluding, assaulting an officer, and driving on a suspended license. Pretty serious stuff. But instead of answering simple questions, the man goes right...
Recalls the case, people of the state of Michigan versus Thomas Styron II. Styron, you are before the court on a felony complaint that does allege count one. And I'm going to presume, since you do not want to answer the court's questions, that you understand English and understand what I'm saying. You are before the court on 3 charges. Count one is the charge of fleeing and eluding third degree. Under the Michigan Motor Vehicle Code, that is a felony punishable by up to 5 years incarceration or $1,000 fine plus court cost, and would require the Secretary of State to suspend your license for up to 1 year upon conviction. Count two is assaulting, resisting, and obstructing a police officer. That is a felony or high court misdemeanor punishable by up to 2 years incarceration and or a $2,000 fine plus court cost. Count three is a misdemeanor offense of operating with a license suspended, denied, and or revoked. That is a misdemeanor as indicated, punishable by up to 93 days, $500 fine plus court cost. Your vehicle could be subject to immobilization. Since you refused previously to answer my acknowledgement as to whether you understand that, I will assume that you understand what you're charged with. You are also entitled to be represented by counsel at this and all subsequent proceedings. If you could not afford to hire an attorney would be provided at public expense to represent you in this matter. You are entitled, as indicated, to be represented at this proceeding, all subsequent proceedings, including your preliminary examination, and if the matter were to proceed by trial, you would be entitled to counsel. It is, as we have gone through the previous proceedings, the court's understanding that you do not wish to be represented by counsel, and that this matter will then proceed forth with you representing yourself. I have to advise you that in representing yourself, the court will make the presumption that you understand the Michigan court rules, those regarding both procedure and those regarding evidence. The court will not be providing any legal assistance to you during the course of those proceedings and will hold you to the same standards that I would hold an attorney representing or practicing before this court. So, with all of that, and with the court's understanding that you do not want to be represented by counsel, I will set this matter for its next proceeding.
You understand I'm the beneficiary, not the trustee, right?
That will be the preliminary examination. I will set the preliminary examination. Has discovery been provided to the defendant?
Your Honor, he was previously represented by the public defender. I don't know if he turned over the paperwork to him.
Does anybody from the public defender's office know whether or not the defendant has been provided discovery? Mr. Odetella. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Your Honor, we have the discovery. I've not been able to share that discovery with Mr. Steyer, and I tried to speak with him and go over it, but I'd be happy to turn that over to him at first available.
All right. If you would either turn that over to the court officer so that they can provide that to Mr. Steyer so that he has the discovery, and if you could do that today, I would appreciate it.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm setting the preliminary examination. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
The people would have their witnesses available June 11th. Set this matter for preliminary examination in person, June 11th, 2024, 9 a.m. That is before me. Defendant, as he was leaving the courtroom the last time, the court did find the defendant in contempt, sentenced him to 30 days. The defendant will serve that sentence. The court will sign the judgment of sentence regarding the contempt.
I don't understand how that's possible. Like I said, I'm
So
the
first of
man,
all,
I'm the
watch your
beneficiary. You're
language.
treating me as if I'm the trustee, or I don't want to partake in any trust fraud or anything like that. Is this a Cess QVA trust matter involved in this? Is my social security number attached to this at all? Go figure.
Mr. Styron, or whoever you wish to be addressed as, I'd suggest that you watch yourself because there's going to be more time coming. You keep it up. You will learn how to conduct yourself appropriately in these proceedings in this courtroom and before me. You will not in any manner whatsoever
You're trying to compel me to be somebody I'm not.
or this institution.
You have no evidence
It
that
will
you
not
to prove that
happen.
I'm who you say I
You
am.
will not talk to me in that fashion.
In what fashion? I'm not the one being unethical.
Very good. You'll serve the 30 days. We'll see. We'll see him on the 6th. Bond continued.
Back into his fantasy world. He tells the judge, the name on the case isn't me, that's a different entity. At this point, you can see the judge's patience evaporating in real time. The courtroom falls silent. Then the judge just sighs and says, "Take him back. When he decides to cooperate, we'll bring him back." It's like watching someone argue with gravity, pointless and painful. Later, the judge runs through the charges again. The possible jail time, the fines. And even that doesn't break through this guy's wall of nonsense. He keeps going on about trusts, social security numbers, and being compelled to identify as someone else. Finally, Judge Simpson cuts him off cold. "Watch yourself. You keep it up, you'll get more time," and honestly, he meant it. By the end, the man's already serving 30 days in contempt, and it's clear that if he says one more word, that number's about to double. But he can't help himself. He starts arguing again. The judge gives him that look, and you know the one, and says, "You will learn how to conduct yourself in my courtroom." And that's it. Done. Game over. You almost have to admire the sheer stubbornness or the lack of self-awareness. The guy stood in front of a seasoned judge, ignored every warning, and talked himself straight into a cell. Honestly, Judge Simpson handled it perfectly. Calm, firm, and no nonsense. The man wanted to test the court's authority, and he got his answer loud and clear. What do you think? Did 30 days seem fair? Or should the judge have given him even more for pushing his luck? Let me know down below. And if you enjoy watching courtroom meltdowns like this one, make sure to like and subscribe. There's plenty more where this came from.